This is the reason a dirty mass airflow sensor can quietly rob your gas mileage, and how to fix it today. If you drive a mainstream gasoline car or truck from the OBD2 era, this sensor often sits in the intake stream, feeding the engine computer the airflow data it uses to decide how much fuel to inject. Most of the time, the MAF lives between the air filter box and the throttle body, either mounted on the intake tube in plain sight or tucked into the housing where you might not notice it. That placement matters because it is literally in the path of everything your engine breathes, which means a small amount of contamination can turn into a bigger problem over time. In a lot of cars, the sensor uses a hot wire or hot film element that changes based on how much incoming air cools it, and the ECU translates that signal into fuel delivery. That tight relationship between air measurement and fuel injection is why a sensor that looks harmless can drain MPG quietly. It happens faster than most people expect. When a MAF reports airflow incorrectly, the ECU loses its best reference point for mixture control, and the chain reaction shows up in fuel economy, drivability, emissions, and power. Firestone explains it clearly. If the sensor overreports air, the ECU can deliver too much fuel and push the engine rich, and if it underreports air, the engine can run lean, with fuel efficiency dropping noticeably either way. The ECU does not just give up because oxygen sensor feedback lets it chase corrections, and that means the car can feel mostly normal while the trims creep further and further away from ideal. That is the hidden part, because you do not always get an instant warning light. Your fuel bill just starts climbing. University Auto Repair describes the practical outcome in plain language, because once the MAF readings drift, the engine computer can dump more fuel than the engine needs. Excess fuel still gets burned off, and that turns into lost gas mileage you pay for every time you fill up. That is not a theory. It is a direct result of bad airflow data turning into bad fueling. The waste is quiet, and it adds up. Contamination is the common trigger, and it does not require anything dramatic to start. Dust, pollen, and microscopic debris can build on the sensing element over time, and oil vapor can also leave a film in the intake path. Some people point to reusable oiled filters in these situations, and the debate gets loud fast, because K&N has publicly argued that the idea of filter oil contaminating an MAF is a myth, while a summary tied to General Motors notes a service bulletin warning that excess oil from oiled gauze filters can contaminate the sensor and skew readings. The argument does not change the basic reality, which is that a coating on the sensing surface can shift the signal. The result is the same, and your MPG takes the hit. Once the signal drifts far enough, you might see symptoms that look unrelated at first. The check engine light can appear with MAF-related OBD2 codes, like P0100 through P0104. But mild contamination does not always trigger that immediately. Poor fuel economy shows up early, along with sluggish acceleration, loss of power, rough idle, or stalling. Rich running situations can even produce black smoke, which is unburned fuel leaving the exhaust. That mix of symptoms makes the MAF easy to miss, because the same signs can point to other issues. Transmission behavior can also get weird, and that catches people off guard. Firestone notes that if the computer has the wrong engine load picture, shifting can change because modern systems use load input. A sensor on the intake affecting shift quality feels backwards, yet it fits the way modern controls work. None of that means the MAF is always the culprit. it means it belongs on the short list when MPG drops without a clear reason. The fuel economy impact can be real, and the examples in the research show what that looks like. Firestone cites Edmunds data showing that a dirty oxygen sensor can reduce fuel economy by up to 40%, and that illustrates how sensitive modern fueling systems are to sensor accuracy. For the MAF specifically, drivers have reported noticeable gains after cleaning, including one report of a 6 mpg increase and another report of roughly a 1.5 mpg improvement after cleaning the MAF and throttle body. Those are owner reports, not a guaranteed outcome, but they show the same pattern. When the MAF signal gets corrected, the car stops wasting fuel. You can feel it and you can measure it. The money side can sting in slow motion. Even a small MPG drop over a year burns extra fuel, and that turns into extra spending with nothing to show for it. Cleaning stays cheap, while replacement carries a more defined cost range. RepairPal estimates a mass airflow sensor replacement at about $262 to $406 for parts and labor. And that number matters because it frames when a new sensor makes sense. The difference between clean it and replace it depends on whether contamination is the problem or the sensor has started failing. A quick timeline explains why this sensor ended up everywhere in the first place. Hotwire MAF sensors appeared in production cars in the late 1980s, and by the OBD2 era, the industry leaned heavily on accurate airflow measurement for emissions and efficiency. Bosch introduced the HFM6 in 2002 as a digital output design, and around 2012, humidity sensing began appearing in some MAF units to improve air density calculations. Those changes reflect the same pressure from regulations and performance demands, because tighter control requires better inputs. That changed how engines self-check their sensors, and many modern setups cross-check readings with other data. The sensor never became optional for most gasoline vehicles. It became a centerpiece. Professional diagnosis usually starts with what the ECU has already recorded. A scan tool can show MAF-related codes, and it can also show real-time airflow readings and fuel trim behavior, which reveals how hard the ECU has been compensating. Shops also look for conditions that create bad readings, like intake leaks, filter problems, or anything that changes airflow and contamination levels. The approach is methodical, because a dirty MAF and an intake leak can produce similar symptoms, and guessing wastes time. Getting the correct cause matters. One troubleshooting behavior pops up again and again in the real world. When a MAF sends bad information, unplugging it can sometimes make the engine run better temporarily because the ECU falls back to default values. That is a clue, not a fix, and it is not a way to drive long-term. It simply points your attention back to the sensor and its signal. If you want the fix it today move, start with the simplest path: cleaning, done the right way. Work on a cool engine and shut the car off fully. Then consider disconnecting the negative battery terminal as a precaution, which can also reset learned fuel trims. Find the MAF between the air filter box and the throttle body. Unplug the connector gently and remove the sensor carefully because the sensing element is delicate. That handling matters more than most people realize. A rushed pull or a slip can ruin the sensor. Use only a dedicated mass airflow sensor cleaner and skip carb cleaner or brake cleaner, because the research warns those can damage the sensor or leave residue. Spray the sensing element from multiple angles and do not scrub or brush it, because the cleaner should do the work without physical contact. Let it air dry completely and do not hit it with compressed air. Once it is dry, reinstall it, reconnect everything, and start the car. You may notice a short relearn period, but that should settle quickly. What nobody expects is how quickly the hidden MPG loss can show itself after the fix. When cleaning solves the problem, idle smooths out, throttle response feels more consistent, and fuel economy starts trending back in the right direction. That is the best case scenario, and it costs almost nothing compared to chasing parts randomly. You still need to give it time to show up in your real-world mileage, because MPG is measured across a tank. The direction becomes obvious. Cleaning is not a magic spell, and this is where you stop trying to force it. If symptoms stay the same after a careful cleaning, the sensor may be failing electrically or physically, and replacement becomes the smart next step. A caution from the research matters here. Some people warn that cleaning certain MAF designs can cause damage, especially if the sensor uses certain film elements or coatings, which is why some advice leans toward replacement over repeated cleaning. The point is not to fear cleaning. It is to respect the sensor and avoid aggressive methods. If cleaning does not restore normal behavior, do not keep spraying it and hoping. A repeat problem usually means something else needs attention. Intake leaks, filter issues, or conditions that feed contamination into the intake can foul the sensor again, so fixing the source prevents a comeback. That principle keeps the repair from turning into a loop. When the contamination source stays in place, the symptom often returns. That is when professional diagnosis earns its keep. Two misconceptions keep this problem alive. The first is the idea that a MAF problem will always throw a code immediately. Yet the ECU can compensate for skewed readings for a while, and you can lose MPG before a clear MAF fault code appears. The second is treating the MAF and the MAP sensor as interchangeable, even though some vehicles use a MAP-based strategy, and others rely on a MAF, and some even use both. Confusing the two leads people down the wrong repair path. Clarity saves time. Here is the premise again, brought back to the ground. A dirty mass airflow sensor can quietly rob your fuel economy because it feeds the ECU bad airflow information, and the computer responds by fueling incorrectly. The car can still feel mostly normal, yet your tank empties faster. The fix today is straightforward. Inspect it, clean it carefully with proper MAF cleaner, and if the problem does not change, move to replacement or a professional diagnostic. When the airflow measurement is wrong, the rest of the system gets expensive fast, and this is one of the few checks that can bring fuel economy back without tearing the engine apart.